Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to be tackling the roof of the car. I know I haven't made a lot of progress on this car. It should already be painted, to be honest, but I don't have so much time in a day and I'm working on like basically a panel at a time. So as you can see over here on the roof, I'm basically just going to be sanding the whole thing down and probably tackling the corner over there on the passenger side where there is a little bit of rust underneath the windshield molding. But other than that, that's basically what I'm going to do today. I planned it so that I could basically do one panel per day, just so I could try to get this as paint ready as possible, and then we could just start spraying this thing. But, you know, I'm just going to get changed now, and we're just going to get right to work. All right, guys, so this is the rust area that I'm talking about. I'm not going to pull the windshield molding off, because that means I have to replace my windshield. I do have to replace my windshield anyways because of this crack here. But it is just that one crack that's really bothersome. But that could be done after the paint job. So what I'm going to be doing is just lifting up this molding so that I get enough clearance here so that I can start kind of getting a piece of sandpaper in there and sanding it. Overall, it's okay. There's like, I guess, a little bit of rust on the mounting point where the visor was on that side. So I'm going to basically wipe off all the dust on the roof, and then I'm gonna wipe it down with some isopropyl alcohol, and I'm just gonna start sanding. I'm probably gonna mask this area up first so that nothing gets in there, but after I wipe it down and clean it. So once this is cleaned, I'm just gonna, put some probably newspaper down so that dust doesn't get inside the car, and then we're just gonna start sanding this whole thing down. Hopefully I can get rid of all this flaking clear coat. So with this, we have to basically sand it all the way out, down to basically almost the base coat. As long as I don't sand through, I guess, the original primer, I can still use it as a good primer base. But if anything, I'm going to be spraying some epoxy primer on this area anyways because there is body filler. So that's okay. These areas are okay. But I'm just gonna have to get rid of, feather it all the way down, this peeling clear coat. But I'll be working with, I think, 400 grit sandpaper and moving up to 600. So we'll see how that goes. If anything, as the most aggressive I'm probably going to go on here is probably 320, but we'll see if I have to do that. We'll start off with 400 just to see how it goes. Here I'm lifting up the molding so I can tuck a piece of rope into the molding. This will help keep the molding slightly elevated for me to do work on the rusted area. Here's a close-up of the rope tucking. Now it's all matched up, so time to use my rotary tool to mechanically remove the rust using a wire wheel. There you go, all cleaned up. Now I'm going to apply some POR 15. Alright guys, so I was hoping to do a lot more work on the roof today, but unfortunately, since I'm fixing the rust area, I decided to use POR 15 to kind of seal this whole area up from rust. There's actually no more rust along this whole windshield except for just this area, and it was just really minor surface rust. I managed to get it all out with the wire brush. So I slapped the POR 15 in here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put 2 coats of POR 15 right now. This is still drying. I don't want to cause too much dust in here, so basically this is it. I'm not going to do any more work. I'm going to go back inside. But once this is pretty tacky, I'm going to put another coat on. And then later on, I'm going to basically sand it nice and flush so that it is just right underneath the molding. And then I'm going to basically, when I paint, I'm going to paint right over it. Alright, so it's another day now and the PRR15 has dried. So I'm going to sand down the roof and feather out all that peeling clear coat. So this is what the feathering out looks like so far. The orbital sander does a real good job. It would take forever sanding by hand. Now I'm going to go over some of the edges with a scuff pad. There it is, all feathered out and sanded down. It's now ready for primer. I'm going to probably primer the entire roof if I have enough primer. Anyways, that's all for this video. Thanks for watching, guys, and if you haven't already, please comment, like, and subscribe, and share my videos. As always, guys, I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.